AITA for calling my brother selfish over his last-minute destination wedding? Deleted due to harassing and hostile messages from another sub called Am I the Devil? Info. Honestly, it just sounds like they wanted to privately elope to me. Did your brother actually tell people to come, or did you go digging for all of this yourself and make leaps? It's hard to tell from the context. Edit. After noting many people had the same question as I did and isn't responding, I'm assuming this was intended to be a private elopement. YTA. Not your wedding. You don't get an opinion. This is what they wanted to do and it sounds awesome. Info. It doesn't sound like anyone was invited to the wedding, as they didn't give any of you the information. Why did you think you were invited? YTA. What part of his plan made it sound like you were invited? YTA. Dude, you can't be this dense. As others have surely pointed out, this wasn't a last-minute wedding announcement but in fact an elopement announcement. They planned this in such a manner where they knew that there was a slim chance anyone could pop in or ambush them on this. That's why they waited until the last second possible. They wanted a perfectly alone elopement where no one could pull a "surprise here I am" stunt on the cruise with them. They also wanted to avoid all the wedding planning and pushiness people pile on upon the announcement of an engagement. They didn't tell you because of your reaction. It wasn't about them, it was about you and how it felt. And how everyone else should or would be feeling. No wonder he called you an asshole. Not everyone wants that public wedding. The private cruise is enough for them. Be happy for them. And stop trying to demand that they do things everyone else's way. Also, I find it kinda telling you instantly went snooping to find their location when they specifically didn't tell y'all any info regarding it. That you went stalker mode to find out everything. Something they purposefully kept hidden. Thankfully they got lucky that the cruise and hotels are booked so they don't get blocked during their elopement and honeymoon. Apologize and honestly build a bridge and get over it. It's not your marriage, so you got no leg of an opinion to stand on. YTA for failing to understand that they have eloped and didn't actually want anyone there. Besides the fact they didn't give anyone any information about the cruise or hotels or anything. Are you sure they even wanted people to go? It sounds like they were letting you know that they planned to elope. Not that they were having a destination wedding. YTA. YTA. Why can't people understand the wedding is for the couple and not for the guests? You need to get over it, and so should everyone else in the family that are upset about it. If you are lucky, then when they get back there might be a reception. If not, then it still doesn't matter. Be happy for them. YTA. They eloped. They didn't have a destination wedding. YTA. It doesn't sound like they seriously expected anyone to come, so berating your brother seems unnecessary. Just let him do his wedding cruise. Info. Do they care that no one can join them? If they don't care, why would you? YTA. It's their wedding. They didn't give anyone information about the cruise or hotels or anything. I'm assuming they don't want anyone else to be there. That's up to them. People have kids, jobs and other commitments and can't just drop everything on less than a day's notice to take an 8-day trip. Have they asked anyone to? YTA. Nothing in your post indicates they're having a destination wedding, but they are in fact eloping. YTA. If they didn't give you any details about the cruise, it's because they weren't inviting you. I'm not sure how you didn't figure that one out. The next step is to ask then if they are planning to have a reception at some point upon their return, which many couples do if they elope or have a wedding their friends or family could not attend. And then ask if there's anything you can do to help them with that. YTA, it's an elopement, not a wedding. Info. I am so confused. Did he tell you anything when you said it was selfish to have a destination wedding? Did he correct you and say they were actually eloping, or did he just kind of like continue to make you think they were having a wedding? Do y'all communicate ever? Like, it's easy to assume they're eloping. But did he specifically tell you that they're having a wedding? Did he say they were eloping? Like, what did he call the event that was happening on the cruise? Oh, my sweet summer child. You weren't invited to your brother's elopement in the first place. YTA for making their wedding about you. Info. Did your brother and his fiancée actually invite you or anyone else to join them on their wedding cruise? It seems pretty clear that they intended to be alone for their trip. Automod, thanks for posting. This comment is a copy of your post so readers can see the original text if your post is edited or removed. This comment is not accusing you of copying anything. Read this before contacting the mod team. Am I the TA here? My brother is really angry at me over what I said. TL. Dear, my brother is having a last-minute destination wedding and I called him selfish and inconsiderate for it. Yesterday one of my brothers announced he had gotten engaged the night before. Apparently it was spur of them moment and not planned ahead of time. That's what he said. I was happy for them and it was a happy event. But then it came out they were having a destination wedding. Yesterday morning. Before they told anyone about their engagement, they booked a river cruise on the Rhine River. An 8-day cruise from Switzerland to the Netherlands. The wedding will be somewhere along the way. The cruise starts tomorrow. They flew to Switzerland today and are staying in a hotel tonight and will fly back the day after. The cruise ends after a one-night stay in a hotel in the Netherlands after the cruise. So a 10-day trip in total. Not only did they not give advanced notice of the fact that they are having a destination wedding, they did not give any information on the river cruise they are going on. I had to do some Googling to find out what cruise company and prices and itinerary. It turns out the cruise that's leaving tomorrow has sold out already. They didn't give any info on their flights or what hotels they are staying at in Switzerland or the Netherlands. I get that the engagement was spur of the moment, but they only gave 12 hours of notice about the wedding. Besides the fact they didn't give anyone information about the cruise or hotels or anything. People have kids, jobs and other commitments and can't just drop everything on less than a day's notice to take an 8-day trip. Not everyone has the money or passports ready without notice. Also, the cruise company they are using doesn't allow passengers under 18 for any reason, and there are no exceptions. I have 3 kids and my wife and I can't just leave them for 8 days. Lots of our family, her family and their friends have kids and it's inconsiderate to exclude them or expect parents to leave their kids somehow for over a week. It's also inconsiderate to trap your guests on a cruise while you are busy on your honeymoon just because you got married on a cruise. The result is that no one is going to their wedding. None from her side or any of their friends. They are going alone. My brother got really angry at me when I told him his last-minute destination wedding was selfish and inconsiderate. But it's the truth. Destination weddings are usually somewhat selfish, but by not giving anyone notice it's really selfish. I don't even know how they managed to throw together a whole wedding on such short notice. But no one is going because it is so last minute. Still, my brother is really angry at me over what I said. I am a bot, and this action was performed automatically. Please contact the moderators of this subreddit if you have any questions or concerns. YTA. Did you ever think it's the way they wanted it? Obviously, if they wanted everyone there they would have given notice. Leave them be and get over yourself. As soon as you said you had investigate the boat and it's sold out. You are not invited. It is an elopement. And the couple is totally in their right to get married alone. YTA. You should be excited and congratulating them.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.